Leonardo da Vinci was a genius painter, inventor, and student of science and nature who was a perfect example of the Renaissance man. He lived between 1452 and 1519. To this day, he is most famous for his two incredible paintings, the Mona Lisa and the Last Supper. Da Vinci believed, as did many during the Renaissance period, that art was an important link between science and nature. Da Vinci was a self-educated genius, and he filled dozens of secret notebooks with inventions, observations, and theories about academic topics, from aeronautics, the study of air travel, to anatomy, the study of bodily structure. These sketchbooks are preserved and well documented. You can view them up close on the British Library's online collection. Da Vinci's imagination and intellect led him to create, in these secret notebooks, inventions like the bicycle, the helicopter, and an airplane based on his study of the body and flying ability of a bat, hundreds of years before these would even be invented by others. An important aspect of Renaissance art and study was the concept of patronage. Patrons of art would either bring an artist into his or her household, and in return, the artist would supply the patron's artistic needs, doing paintings, mosaics, sculptures, or designing structures, or a patron could commission a single work from an artist and pay them for it. This is how artists and inventors like Da Vinci funded their creative work and lifestyles. The Chattanooga Public Library has created a blank page that was lost from one of Da Vinci's secret notebooks, available in the link below. And we want to challenge you to sketch out your idea of a modern invention that Da Vinci might have already thought of. Make sure to include notes about the different parts of the object and how they might help it work. Then write a persuasive note to your patron, trying to convince them to fund your invention. For my example, I chose a bottle of hand sanitizer, and I could look at one. I had one near me, and so I observed it very closely, and I drew it from two different angles. Da Vinci often drew multiple angles, and he would always write in the margins, write about the different parts of his inventions. So I looked at it really closely with fresh eyes and just wrote little descriptions about the different design aspects that made it easier to use. For this example, I chose to do a drawing of a water cooler dispenser type thing. And I chose this because I knew that just looking at it, I could describe some of the ways that it was working. It was pretty simple, but still a modern invention that makes life easier for us. So I spent some time drawing it from multiple angles, and I really paid close attention to all the little details, things that you might not normally think about. I was trying to think about things like the height that the water dispenser is, makes it easier for the typical adult to walk up and get some water. They don't have to crouch down or put it on a table or something. And, just all the little things that make it work. And, I didn't get too far into the nitty-gritty of how the inner workings of the dispenser, but I did want to mention things like that it uses electricity, and that there's a hot and a cold function, and just the different design aspects that make it usable. With my invention, I took all of the descriptive notes that I have on the page, and I put them together and tried to make it sound like my invention could really change the world, or could change my patron's life. And I also wanted to focus on all of the little descriptive details and design functions that make my product or my invention easier to use. So I hope that your invention goes well, and good luck!